At this time, I'll ask President Carter to come up to the stage to get this dedication started.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Jerry, for the introduction. Before I make my remarks, I think it's appropriate that we take a moment and send our condolences and love to Johnny Goodrow's family, teammates and fans, and everyone at the Columbus Blue Jackets. As I'm sure all of you know, our team's star forward and his brother Matthew died tragically Thursday night. We, all of us Buckeyes, are thinking about everyone affected by this tragedy. Today is a special day. Thank you everyone for being with us this morning to help honor Archie Griffin on his 50th anniversary of the first of his two Heisman Trophy, the first one being in 1974. I'd like to welcome many of our university leaders to this statue dedication, including members of our Board of Trustees, seated here in the front row, and our President's Cabinet. Archie's lovely wife, Benita, is leading a very large contingent of Griffin family members and friends, including players from both his Eastmoor High School playing days and his Ohio State teammates, many of whom are here today. Let's give them a big round of applause. Longtime university partner and donor in Cova Insurance, a firm Archie is especially close to as a member of its board of directors, is here with us today. Thank you for being with us here today as well. And I'd like to give a special welcome to the statue's sculptor, Brian Hanlon. Brian, where are you? Please stand up. And of course, I want to thank the Ohio State Department of Athletics and the Ohio State University Alumni Association, who lead over 608,000 living alumni, for their support to this dedication. We are extremely grateful to the Rose Bowl Legacy Foundation for donating this exact replica of the statue, which they partnered with the Rose Bowl Stadium to dedicate earlier this month. These statues will forever celebrate Archie Griffin's superb performances, not only here at Ohio Stadium, but also the Rose Bowl, where he started 4 games, one of only 2 players in the history of the Rose Bowl to ever do that. These 2 college footballs are 2 of the most historic and revered venues. Yes, go ahead. Now, my job is not to necessarily go over Archie Griffin's legacy, but it's certainly storied. In your history, there have been few better ambassadors for Ohio State than Archie Griffin. As college football's only 2-time Heisman Trophy winner, and as president and CEO, a job he did for 10 years as the Ohio State University Alumni Association, Archie has always represented the best of what being a Buckeye is all about. Ohio State is truly fortunate that Archie and the entire Griffin family continue to be pillars in this community. Archie, let me be the first, on behalf of The Ohio State University, our faculty, staff, our students, and our over 600,000 alumni, to say congratulations. We are so proud that this statue is now a permanent addition to our Columbus campus to commemorate your accomplishments and your extraordinary contributions to Ohio State. Again, thank you everyone for joining us today for this celebration, and as always, go Bucks!
Thank you, Mr. President. Next, we'll hear from our newest Buckeye, Ross Bjork.
Before I start my remarks, Coach Day was able to slip away from game planning and prep, and he wants to come up and say a few words to honor Archie. OH!
Thanks, Ross. On behalf of the entire Ohio State football program, I stepped away for a second. I'm going to get back with the team. We got a big kickoff tomorrow, 3:30, to start a great season, but I wanted to make sure I came over and said thank you to Archie and thank you to the family. Thank you for the impact that you've made on the field. They've been playing college football a long time. There's only one two-time Heisman Trophy winner. He's sitting right here. But more importantly, it's the impact you've made off the field. I didn't have an opportunity to see you play. I've seen the film, and you look fast and you look powerful. But I have seen the impact that you've made off the field and your family's made off the field. And it's tremendous. And it's set an unbelievable example to our players about the impact you've made in the community, the charities. It's been unbelievable. And so to see the statue being unveiled today is a great representation of the legacy that you've left and you'll continue to lead as we move forward. And so thanks for both of those things. And you've done it with unmatched class. When I think of Archie Griffin, that's what I think about unmatched class. So thank you, Archie. Go Bucks!
We're going to let Coach slip out, head back to the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. Thank you, Coach. Let's keep the energy going. OH! All right, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody's got their game day voice ready. So good morning, and on behalf of our athletics department, I'm humbled to provide remarks in honor of Archie Griffin in this historic occasion. Before I do so, I'd be remiss if I did not thank my predecessor, Gene Smith, for laying really the foundation, literally the foundation of having this statue here at Ohio Stadium. So let's give Gene and Sheila a round of applause. We're here to celebrate someone who's one of one. And I've said that to Archie, he's probably tired of me saying that, but really there's only one person on the planet to have achieved what he's achieved, and that's period at the end of that statement. This is episode 2 of the Archie Griffin statue. So last week in Pasadena, the Rose Bowl version of the Archie Griffin statue was unveiled. It was an amazing celebration and experience. And so now we have 2 of 2. So 1 of 1 and 2 of 2 here with the Columbus version. When you see this statue in person, it really comes to life, and Brian did a great job. I think that stiff arm, I think you can feel that stiff arm. It's so powerful, and it really comes to life. And so we want to thank the Rose Bowl Legacy Foundation. We want to thank the Tournament of Roses for last week. We want to thank the stadium for all that they do for college football. We also want to thank our donors. We've got a lot of donors over here. The Schottensteins and Bruce, the Petersons, they helped. Let's give our donors who made this possible a round of applause. So I'm 61 days on the job, and yes, I'm counting, but I won't get into that. And I'm honored to be the 9th athletic director here. And so as the new senior vice president and director of athletics, I had a lot to learn about the university and really those who came before us to understand the legacy and the power of this place. And I'm still learning. Believe me, I'm still learning. I don't have it all figured out by any means. But here's what I've learned since I became a Buckeye. Everything is connected through the people. Relationships matter. The culture is well defined. Excellence is a core value. We embrace elite expectations. Ohio State is a public trust. We belong to the state of Ohio. What I didn't have to learn was the greatness of Archie Griffin. His legacy on the field and all the things he did for this great game is well documented. And as a sports fan growing up, and as the son of a mother who grew up in Northwest Ohio, I've heard about Archie all my life. And so Archie, again, 1 of 1. I mention these things because I believe those things fit Archie Griffin. So think about people. Archie has never met a stranger. He talks to everybody. Think about culture. Archie defines what being a Buckeye means. He has a scholarship fund that doesn't benefit football student athletes. It benefits other athletes in our athletic program. He's about excellence. Archie and I had lunch about a month ago, and he told me a story that during the offseason in the NFL, he actually went to work. Not to make a little extra money, I'm sure that probably helped, but he went to work to build his resume for life after football. So we think about excellence. We think about public trust. Archie was born here at Ohio State. He's Ohio born and bred. And so Archie is the people, he's the culture, he's the excellence, the Ohio native, the definition of a Buckeye. So it's easy to read the stats and the accolades, and those things are nice. But what I've learned is that anyone who's ever interacted with Archie, they walk away not saying he's a great football player, but that he's a great man. And they remember, absolutely, let's do that. And they remember how Archie made them feel. And that's, I think, what legacy is all about. So the Woody Hayes quote, right? Archie was a great football player, but he was an even better man, right? And so we understand that. And that's really the essence of greatness and legacy. So as we wrap up here, one more recognition. Late last week, I called Archie and told him about a surprise recognition as part of this 50th year of celebrating his first Heisman Trophy. So out here to the east of the stadium is Archie Griffin Drive. So there's street signs out there. Absolutely. So the Archie Griffin Drive is an honorific naming of the right-of-way. The official street name will still remain Tuttle Park, but Archie Griffin Drive will forever be a part of the footprint around the stadium where he changed the game and formed his legacy as a Buckeye. So one of one, Archie Griffin, and go Buckeyes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ross. I'd like to now welcome Rose Bowl Legacy Foundation President, Deedon Brozino.
I'm going to do it because I've always wanted to. OH! That felt so good. I played Division III athletics, so I didn't get to do that. On behalf of my teammates and colleagues back at America Stadium in Pasadena, I want to start by thanking Ohio State and Ross and President Carter and everybody here for being so welcoming over the years. The team here at Ohio State and formerly Gene Smith, before his retirement, have just been so friendly. And I think in this business, in this world today, working together for a common good on common ground is so important. And because of this Buckeye administration, it's no secret to why Ohio State is the best athletic program in the country. So give yourselves a round of applause there. Today we tie two of the country's most historic venues together, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena and Ohio Stadium here in Columbus, because of the athletic prowess and human spirit, more importantly, of one man, Archie Griffin. Archie received a statue at the Rose Bowl on August 17th, as you all know, recognizing him as the Rose Bowl Games All-Century Player and one of two four-time participants in the granddaddy of them all. His ambassadorship for the Rose Bowl Stadium and the Rose Bowl game is absolutely unmatched. His statue in Pasadena was our fifth, actually. We led the way with Jackie Robinson, as it's the only football statue of him anywhere in the world in 2017. We have a statue of the '99 Women's World Cup Team USA champions of Brandy Chastain, UCLA football coach Terry Donahue, and the voice of college football that's in all of our heads, Keith Jackson. So he is an esteemed company out there. Ross mentioned it. This would not have been possible without the donors believing in the vision, not just in Pasadena, but in what you all see behind you. And I want to call out the volunteers that helped really ignite this thing from the get-go. Bruce Peterson, Erwin Bain, Mike Brody, and Mallory Donaldson, who had just tremendous patience and foresight to help drive this through. So please give the donors and the volunteers a round of applause. And lastly, thanks to Archie and Benita and the whole Griffin family for being so supportive of this entire process. It's been a blast to get to know you guys and your families. All these people together tie together the spirit and the history of these two venues, separated over 2,236 miles due to one man over here on my left. So not only are you the only two-time Heisman winner, you got two statues in 2 weeks, at two places in 2 different states, at the two most famous stadiums. So I know you like breaking records, but I don't know if that one's going to get caught either. Pasadena has been a victorious second home to the Buckeyes over the years. We hope that continues as this college football playoff system evolves. So it's so appropriate that we're all tied together. Even as the game continues to evolve, there remains a cohesiveness as to how we got here. The moments, the venues, the players like Archie, like the Rose Bowl, like the shoe, like so many of you who have purchased tickets or watched on your TV and screamed at it or cheered at it like I have. When we look at those who built and played the game of college football the right way and continue to advocate for the protection of its ideals as it evolves, there's nobody better than Archie Griffin. No person better than Archie Griffin. You deserve a statue just for that alone, Archie. While these two statues, Pasadena and Columbus, celebrate his football impact, I see it like most of you and like Coach Hayes said, he's made an even bigger impact as a human, as a citizen, and there's a permanency to that is forever lasting as well, just like his football greatness. The Rose Bowl Stadium has only ever gifted one other statue copy to another location, and that was Jackie Robinson in 2017 to the Jackie Robinson Museum in Manhattan. That tells you all you need to know about Archie Griffin, that today we have that second copy sitting right out here beside us. So Archie, thanks for being the person you are. You've taught me a lot personally about being a dad, being a husband, being a better friend. Congratulations, you deserve every bit of it, not just today, but this weekend. Go Bucks.
Thank you, Deacon. And now, it is time. The list of honors and achievements and records and good deeds and autographs signed by Archie stacked up would top this iconic rotunda. And I'm the sports information guy, so I get to name just a few more. Archie was honored with the NCAA Top 5 Award, the highest honor the NCAA can bestow for combined excellence in athletics, academics, and leadership. He is enshrined in the National Football Foundation and College Football Hall of Fame. He is enshrined in the Rose Bowl Hall of Fame and, of course, the Ohio State Athletics Hall of Fame. He was named one of the NCAA's 100 most influential student athletes. He was the first recipient of the Big Ten Conference's Ford Kinnick Leadership Award. He is the Rose Bowl's All-Century Player. And Archie Griffin's name, along with that of Illinois great Red Grange, graces the Big Ten Conference Championship Game MVP Award. Archie, these next moments are yours.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. You must be sitting down from long side to stand up and stretch a little bit. Thank you so much. You know, I only wish my mother and father were still living, because I'm sure they'll be the only ones who believe all those nice things that were just said about me. But again, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, university officials, board of trustees, members, faculty, staff, students, media, my former teammates, and oh yes, Buckeye Nation. I see you out there. I see you out there in the back. Didn't there something you had to work today? But thank you all for being here. What an incredible day this is for me. It is truly one of the great privileges of my life to be here in my hometown for this occasion. I'd like to especially thank my wife, Benita, for being with me today by my side, as well as the other members of the Griffin family who are here. Why don't you all stand so they can see me? Thank you all for being here. Appreciate that. I would also like to thank President Carter, Athletics Director Ross Bjork, Rose Bowl Legacy Foundation President Deacon Brosino for their kind words today. Greatly appreciate that, and I also want to say thank you to Encova Insurance, who played a key role in making this time a reality. Thank you all so very much. As I stand today in the shadow of Ohio Stadium thinking about what brought me here today, foremost in my mind are three people who left us a long time ago. By that I mean my parents, James and Margaret Griffin, as well as my great mentor and coach, Woody Hayes. I think about all three of them every single day. Growing up, my parents laid a foundation for my success with their strong moral values, enduring spiritual faith, and dedicated work ethic. Work hard in all you do, trust in God, and treat others as you want to be treated. I grew up in a family with 7 siblings, and we learned these lessons from our parents' words, but also from their actions. I think about my father, working 3 jobs to put food on our table, teaching me a powerful lesson about hard work by the simple eloquence of his example. I think about my mother running our small family grocery store, teaching me about community as she extended credit to neighbors who needed something to eat, knowing that she might not get repaid. When I came to Ohio State and began to play for Woody Hayes, the life lessons about hard work and faith and working together as part of a community for a greater good began anew. Woody taught us all about the importance of paying forward. He would say you can never pay back those who have helped you, but you can always pay forward to the next generation. But he also taught us so many lessons about the value and importance of teamwork, how you must hold each other accountable for your responsibilities, about how you must sacrifice a piece of yourself to be a part of a greater good, about how you must trust other people to do their job as you do your job to help the team win. As we dedicate this statue today, I want everyone here to know that you're not only honoring me today, but instead recognizing the teams that I played on during my 4 years at The Ohio State University. You're honoring my teammates during those 4 years, some of who are in this crowd today. And if you've played with me at Ohio State University during my 4 years, I would like you all to please stand and be recognized. Thank you guys for being here with me. I wanted them to be recognized because these are the guys who 50 years ago did their jobs exceptionally well. They opened the holes and carried out the play fakes that allowed me to run for 2 Heisman trophies. I hope when people see this statue, they think about the great teams we had the 4 years I played, and not just the guy who wore number 45 who got too much credit. I was just blessed. As you've heard me say before, I was just blessed to be in the right place at the right time with the right people to accomplish what I did. I also have some other teammates here today who did their job to help pave my way to Ohio State. Where are my Eastmore Warriors? Stand up, guys. I really love that you were able to be here today as well. Thank you for coming. Across all my experiences in athletics, this deep and abiding notion that teamwork is at the core of how we accomplish great things in life has made me who I am. Now there is one last group that has stood strong for me that I want to honor right now, and that is the fans of Buckeye Nation. You see, I've always felt like winning the Heisman at Ohio State meant it belonged as much to you as it did to me. And I want you to really know how much I appreciate the conversations, the meals and moments that we've shared. I appreciate that you still remember me 50 years later. 50 years is a long time. So I really appreciate you remembering me that long. Now please understand that I was just a sleek-footed, chubby little kid right here from Columbus, Ohio, who they once called Tank, because I was so slow running around Maryland Park when I played for the Maryland AC, the first organized football team that I played for. But you've shown me the greatest affection when I became number 45. And that love from Buckeyes everywhere has meant the absolute world to me. This statue will stand outside Ohio Stadium for as long as they play football here. And I want you to know that I love the idea that Buckeye fans might stop by to visit before a game or talk to future generations of Buckeyes about the great teams that I played on. I'm just really so honored when I think about how I can now stay connected to the fans of Ohio State forever. Thank you. And so, Buckeye Nation, one final time, I want them to hear you back on the Near East Side where I played Little League football, and across the freeway in Linden where I went to Linmore Junior High School, and even on the Far East Side at Eastmore High School. I want them to hear you all across the city of Columbus. O-H! O-H! Thank you all so very much, and God bless each and every one of you.
Archie Griffin, ladies and gentlemen.